Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Y'all already know what time it is. We back with another one of them things. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a hell of a one tonight, man. We're going to be discussing my man, Chet Holmgren. You already know what it is. We got Summer League action to talk about. It's about to go down. I'm expecting major fireworks. We fresh off his major performance that he put up last night, 23.6 blocks. The man said he coming out here to get about 7 to 8 of them things. We are not done. The OKC future is looking very, very bright, ladies and gentlemen, to say the least. You know, but I mean, we got a lot to talk about. They are facing the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. You know, it's going down. We got ourselves a star-studded chat. We appreciate y'all for stopping by for Summer League action. The Summer League basketball never stops. It never stops. We got all access. Shout out to Basil Carpenter, always in the building early. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir, Flight. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ. You feel me? Listen, excuse me there. Flight, we got a lot of basketball tonight.
Yes, sir.
So shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat. I know y'all going to get lit, as y'all always do. The most fierest, active chat that's in the YouTube landscape. And shout out to everybody that's watching us via live stream from whatever media aspect that you have. So the telemetry of this event tonight, we're going to try to extrapolate as much as we can to give you some good golden quality content. You feel me? We looking for the gems that's in the summer league. We looking for the studs that's in the summer league, and we looking for those people that didn't really crack it last season, have another opportunity to crack it this season. Flight, this summer league is lit, it's enjoyable, and everybody has been activated.
That's a major fact. You already see what's going on with Chet Holmgren. I'm telling you, you couldn't see nothing else. His face is plastered over everything, goddammit. I'm talking about Instagram, Twitter, ESPN, FS1. I mean, everybody today has something to say about this kid. You know, even Kevin Durant, the great, you know, yes, I will say the great, the NBA champion, you know, gave his praise. This is only one game in the summer league. Goddamn, people are going crazy. You know, it's looking like we're witnessing history right now, Dex. Give me your early indications on this kid, Chet Holmgren. Let me know about your thoughts about him coming out of Gonzaga, going number 2 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're very high on this kid.
Yes, sir. Like I said before, that we're going to try to extrapolate as much as we can to give them quality, golden content, top tier, platinum style. You feel me? Only at Flight Sports TV. This Chet Holmgren guy, he's surprised some, but he delivered to many because he was praised coming out of high school. He went to Gonzaga. You've seen how the trajectory of Gonzaga, once this young man was on their team, they was practically ranked number one all season long. You follow what I'm saying? Yes, they got a little hiccup in the tournament, but you know, that's what it is. A one shot win all. You know, if you have a bad game in the tournament, that's it. You go home. But nevertheless, I believe this young man hold his grits very heavily. And now that he has entered into a new dimension which is the NBA, he has shown that he is not afraid of the moment. He has shown that he is comfortable. And you know what? He brought Josh Giddey along with him during this interview. So when I see that type of camaraderie early on in a summer league game, something that's meaningless to most, that means a lot, Flight.
He just won the tip-off, too. We underway already. Josh Giddey throwing alley-oops already. The game just got started. We are underway. You know, you got 7 foot out here. Chet is balling. I'm telling you, I told you a hybrid between Kevin Durant, Porzingis, a much more athletic Porzingis. Memphis got a kid named Lofton. Dennis Lofton.
Kenny Lofton Jr.
Kenny Lofton, pardon me, excuse me.
Big boy.
Yeah, you familiar with him?
Yes, he's out of Port Arthur, Texas.
Okay.
Shout out to PA, Texas. That's where Underground Kings are from. That's where Steven Jack is from.
Yeah.
And then you have Beaumont right next to it, and that's where Kendrick Perkins is from, and some other good high quality professional athletes come out of that Beaumont area. It's basically like a triangle. You got PA, Texas, Port Arthur, Orange, and Beaumont.
Cash, Chet Holmgren 1 for 1 already for 3. 5'7" right now, OKC. You got this guy, Josh Giddey, out here. I'm telling you, people was comparing him to Steve Nash. Listen, I'm about damn near ready to tell you. This guy Lofton is working Chet now. I'm telling you. He's a big boy. Dex, you did say that. He got to get in shape. Oh, that was a travel. They let him get away with that.
And then you know what, Flight? He has a very marketable name. And I wanted to see how this guy. Yes, I wanted to see it. Yes, Lofton. Because that name is tied to the the Oakland Raiders, as well as the Los Angeles Raiders. You feel me?
Yeah.
Kenny Lofton. Kenny Lofton was a wide receiver. He was very prolific, very profound type of skill-setting wide receiver who had top speed and things of that nature. But there's no relation because his father was in the military. You know what I'm saying? And then he was a postal worker. So there's no relation between the names, but the name is just marketable.
Okay. Yeah, Kenny Lofton, he got out here. He active. He hit a 3. He went for another one. He just missed it. You got this kid. OKC is on the run. You got a dunk. I got to get some of these guys' names. Obviously, we know the stars and Chet and Josh Giddey. We already know that's the guys we're looking for, but there's a lot of talent out here for Oklahoma City. The future is looking bright. They're looking like they fully retooled from that Big 3 era with Durant, Westbrook, and the crew.
Yeah, and keep in mind that this guy was a first team all Conference USA also, Kenny Lofton Jr. So the guy got game. He's undersized. He's like a Zion. He's 6'6", you know what I mean? He's like 280 pounds. But the difference between him and Zion got crazy hops. And this guy got crazy skills.
Right. This is going to be a good matchup then between Chet and this guy. Because they
most definitely
matched up. And he hearing the chirping. You got this guy
most definitely
not to get more than 6 blocks. This dude Lofton was taking it to him.
Most definitely.
He's just active. It's just crazy out here. Josh Giddey, that rebounded by Chet Holmgren. He's bringing the ball up like a point guard, man. I'm telling you. I like this guy's activity. That's why he looks completely different from his activity is different from Porzingis. This is more Durant. He going to the line. He was fouled. Look, you seen the crossover here, the turn, the left, the right. I mean, damn. This kid got talent, man. The future's bright.
Well, listen, Flight, in this Salt Lake Summer League in 2022, you have a few players that's in the Summer League that should raise eyebrows. Of course, you had the Chet Holmgren, you got the Josh Giddeys of the world, but you also have on the other side of the ball, you have the Kenny Loftons. And you have the what's that other gentleman name? Godly, it's escaping me right now. Xavier Tillman. So you have Xavier Tillman, and also you have Zaire Williams. I know you remember that name in high school. Definitely was a high school standout. Zaire Williams also played on the Memphis team as well. So you got Xavier Tillman, Kenny Lofton Jr., and Zaire Williams. It's basically like an all-star AAU team going against OKC.
Fine. Shout out Marvin too in the chat. Salute Basil Carpenter Jr. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We appreciate you. Josh Giddey and 1. 10-16 Oklahoma City. You got Josh Giddey going to the line to push him up 7. 6:28 in the first. We just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. If Kenny Lofton Jr. is out here, it's looking like it's going to be a big time showdown between the forwards. How good is this guy, Josh Giddey? You had a lot of people overrating him. I remember Purple Baby called him.
He's not overrated.
Steve Nash.
He's not overrated. Josh Giddey is a real deal. Listen, Josh Giddey flight. Listen to what I'm getting ready to tell you now.
Okay.
Josh Giddey flight has put SGA on alert. SGA could be expendable this year before the season or by the trade deadline, and that's all depending on the plank and the trajectory of Josh Giddey. Can Josh Giddey pick up from where he left off last year, or was he a one-off? And I don't believe he was a one-off. So Shai is looking like he might be finding his way out the door. And OKC, that team down there in the red clay, has found a new identity. And these two new identities with Chet and Josh Giddey, listen, you got them cheap for 4 years. You know how much money they can make? Let's flight. Let me just go real with you.
Bro, go ahead.
Listen, Flight, please let me go real with you. That is the perfect combination in Oklahoma. Listen to what I'm telling you. Josh Giddey, Chet Holmgren, they fit perfect down in that red clay. You understand what I'm saying? They're safe. These guys are obedient. They will listen, and they will be a media market spectacular. You follow what I'm saying? It's going to be bananas down there in Oklahoma City if Chet Holmgren holds up and Josh Giddey picks up from the plank of trajectory that he was last season. And what you got, Lou Dort and a lot of those other guys too.
Some talent out there.
Shai could be out the door. Listen, you don't gotta wait for Woj to tell you nothing. You ain't gotta wait for Sham to tell you nothing. You hearing it first at Flight Sports TV. Remember that. Shai could be the odd man out in this one, and he could ask for a trade based on the performance of the Josh Giddeys and the Chet Holmgren, where Shai can go to a team that is competitive and hopefully have a long playoff run when it comes down to it. Shai deserves that.
Man, that's facts. Like I said, Kenny Lofton is taking it to him and looking like the Oklahoma City won't walk away with it. The pressure is definitely on this guy, Chet Holmgren. I see the defense definitely going to that direction, so he's gonna have to work to get this. Shout out Slim. We impressed with his first game. We're not sitting up here saying he's a superstar or anything, but he's definitely the second overall pick. There's been numerous number 2 overall picks. We don't want to have to go down the list, so there's a lot of star power out there. So the future is here. You got Josh Giddey out there. You got Chet. It's just interesting to see the dynamics of the direction that Oklahoma City is headed in. And numerous other teams. Along with Memphis, you got Kenny Lofton. That guy will be playing with John Morant, so you can evaluate his game and see how it could impact Memphis, because you see where they need. Memphis need a lot too. Even though they was a top seed this year, we all know they overachieved like hell. They suffered that injury. They could have used themselves a top level backup as well, or something else. I don't know. They definitely need to figure something out. Look out for Memphis.
Like you said, Flight, this is a star-studded summer league as far as youth and youngsters, because you also, like I said, you have the Xavier Tillmans, you have Desire
John
Williams.
Moran, he right there, front row. Good.
Yes, you have the Xavier Tillmans, you have Desire Williams. You also have on the other Owls, the Paul Reeds of the world. You have Caston Winston. And listen, you got a lot of nice talent that's out here in the summer league. So let's see how this thing shake out. Also, you have a familiar name amongst us because this guy is connected to LiAngelo Ball in some way, shape, or form, and that was Xavier Sneed, who played with the Greensboro Swarm last season. He's with the Utah Jazz Summer League team. You also got the draft pick that most people wanted the Bulls to pick up, and that's Coffee Cockburn. You follow what I'm saying? And you got Jared Butler. So you got some people out here with some recognizable names that's trying to make waves to get on an NBA roster and be productive this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Chet Holmgren has no blocks right now, as of right now, but the blocks are coming. Just stay tuned.
And also, we just got finished with the California Classic, where in that championship game you had Keegan Murray featured in that game. You had Javante McCoy. You had Max Chrissy. You know what I'm saying? Max Chrissy's a good player, and not to mention Scottie Pippen Jr. You know, so like I said, you got a lot of nice rising stars that's coming up in these summer leagues are trying to make a name for himself. And over there at Golden State, you got Quindary Weatherspoon. You got that young kid over there. You got what's the boy that's going to challenge Chet
Memphis on the
Holmgren
board too. 13-18 OKC. Who gonna challenge Chet Holmgren?
You got the kid over in Miami, Nikola Jokic. You follow what I'm saying? Listen, he had 25-9, so he's gonna challenge Chet Holmgren for Rookie of the Year. No, Miami.
They got a guy named Jokic?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or Jovic. Maybe not Jokic, Jovic. Because I think it's Jovic.
Yeah, I seen the pass. They out there. It's a good game out here. Shout out Zen Master. Shout out to Zen Master and better. Shout out Memphis 10. We got ourselves a hell of a game. 13-18, 4 minutes to go. Chet Holmgren, mid-range money. 20-13. I believe Chet has 5 points, if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe he has any blocks. Give credit to the Memphis Grizzlies. Even though the Oklahoma City is up, Memphis is playing with some intensity. So this will be a fight. I'm pretty sure they heard all of the chirping and all of the guarantees that was being made, and they're about to fix all of that. So I don't know. It's a long game, but I wouldn't be surprised if he don't get the six blocks.
Yeah, but are you familiar with that? Are you familiar with Nikola Jovic?
Yeah, that's his name, Jovic. Nah, I never heard of him. I got to do my homework. Yeah. He's a forward?
Yep, small forward. Yeah, and he's getting buckets. You know what I mean? He's getting buckets over there for the Miami Summer League team, and he's getting rebounds. So Chet Holmgren going to be fighting against him. He's going to be fighting against Keegan, Keegan Murray, and it's possibility he could be fighting against Scottie Pippen Jr. Because it looks like Scottie Pippen Jr. going to get on that Laker roster, and he's going to be out there doing his thing. So I know LeBron James is there, so it's kind of hard to squeak past any attention, what I'm saying, with LeBron James sucking up all the air in the room. But nevertheless, this is going to be an interesting Rookie of the Year race, similar to what we had last season and the season prior, where our boy LaMelo Ball won Rookie of the Year over Ant-Man.
No, you're absolutely right, Dax. They got ourselves a hell of a game, man.
And don't forget, after this game, you're going to have the 76ers versus the Jazz. These are the two teams that lost their opening games in Salt Lake City. No, excuse me. No, I take that back. One of them lost their games in the opening city because I think 76ers beat Memphis and OKC beat the Jazz. So it's like a inverted triangle that's going on right here. So the loser play the winner of each match, and I guess that winner goes on to the championship round. So we'll see how that shake up. Like I said, you got Kenny Lofton Jr. going to do his thing. You got Zaire Williams. You got Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey. You got Paul Reed. Also, you got Xavier Sneed. So this little 14-round robin is going to be pretty interesting. But like we said, now the eyes is on Chet, the eyes is on Josh, and we're going to see how these two young men move forward. And if they do what Sam Presti thinks they're capable of doing, then that gives him room to move off of and away from SGA. And I know it seems kind of reckless to have that type of take, but we at Flight Sports TV, we look into and we delve deep to see the game within the game. And it only makes sense because Josh needs the ball in his hand. And as we can also see, Chet needs the ball in his hand. So where that leaves Shai? He's making all this money and they're still not nowhere sniffing the playoffs. So he can be expendable, go to a team that's competitive, and hopefully he can have a deep run into the playoff and leave OKC to the youngsters and possible bring in a Russell Westbrook as an anchor to these young men moving forward.
That's facts. We got ourselves a commercial break. Everybody's wondering where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be headed. But I could see them, like I stated before, they got a whole bunch for Murray. So what you think they're going to get for him? You know, I know he's thinking about that.
I think what was trying to happen. I think the Lakers is talking to
The Lakers always end up in something.
yes, listen to this flight. The Lakers look like they're want to talk to the Oklahoma City Thunder executive decision makers and convince them to give Shai to Brooklyn. Brooklyn can release Kyrie with one other and send Russell to OKC and Shai to Brooklyn, whereas Brooklyn wouldn't miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? Because Shai's taller, Shai's a better defender, but Shai can't rock like Kyrie, but Shai can get buckets. And that's all Brooklyn needs. They need someone to pick up the pieces when Kyrie leaves. And Shai is a very modest, marketable, and coof type player, where if Kyrie exit, that form of pestilence will be out of the hairs of Marks, and they can move forward. And I'm talking about Sean Marks, not Bobby Marks. I believe they're brothers, though.
That's facts, Dad. It's wild. No panic. What's good? We got summer league action.
What's going on with you?
15-20. Well, what's your thoughts on Chet Holmgren? What's your early indications?
I gotta see him in the league first.
No, I feel you. Listen, I'm not sitting here saying he's a superstar, right? You know, it's the summer league. It's still basketball is going on. This is flight sports. No days off. We gotta push shit out of him, man. You know, so and I like this kid so far. The first game was cool, so it was good to evaluate him in the second game. You know, he talked big shit out in that post game when he had the microphone, you know, and then now what's going on now? He got to pick up his intensity.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, he might have a nice game. I can see it like a little a dirt and a whiskey type of bag out of him.
I ain't gonna see now. I got to see more to talk about Dirk.
Yeah,
they're already comparing him already. You know, the NBA is crazy. They take it too far.
Yeah, I don't think I ain't trying to say like he gonna be Dirk or he gonna be on Dirk level. What he's saying is like, for him to have a size like he ain't like Porzingis, where it's like he's stuffed the whole time.
Yeah, he's on the bench right now too. Josh Giddey is out there. The score is 15-20. You got 1 minute and 24 seconds in the first. Got no panic. My bad.
Yeah, I think he just I know my biggest concern is like it's like you can maximize him from the center position if you turn him into like kind of like how Nikola Jokic is, but at the same time you already got Josh Giddey, who kind of you can play the point forward with him, but at the same time you got I think Dex was saying that earlier like a couple minutes ago about Shai. It's like I think they need to get some 3-and-D players around him. Have to get Shai on up out there because Shai gonna need the ball in his hand. Even though I feel like he can play off ball, he could need the ball in his hand to be real effective. But I mean, so far, all right.
Any injury concerns? You know, a guy that size.
Yeah, always an injury concern with some of that size, especially with the legs.
Yeah, he's definitely looking more athletic than Porzingis. Do he look more Porzingis or do he look more KD?
He look more. Yeah, he look more KD.
That's facts. That's fact. Porzingis is slow. They tried to overhype Porzingis a little bit more than he actually was.
Yeah.
You know, Porzingis was just a tall dude who could shoot. You know, he didn't have handles and all of this.
Yeah.
This dude moved like a guard. Porzingis wasn't like that. They tried to make him into that. He wasn't like that.
Yeah. And I think with Chet, like said, Chet more of a he can actually distribute the ball and kind of run an offense through him, not just scoring. And I think with Porzingis, like you couldn't do that. Like even more so about matchup with him, and more so of him just having size on him. Like around the rim, I don't think he's been a shot blocker. Like he may have had a good, decent stats with blocks, but I don't think him and Chet the same type of shot blocker. I think Chet more of a like he can go out there and get some blocks, but I mean with Porzingis, he more so like he got height, so he's gonna be in times where he just happened to get a block.
That's facts. Good point, no panic. 17-20. Chet Holmgren and Josh Giddey is currently on the bench. We got ourselves a good game. Memphis 10 says Shai Gilgeous has added muscle and has improved his offense repertoire. And this man said trade an all-star level player for the shooters. Yeah, Shai was killing out there in Team Canada. No panic. What they gonna do with Shai, man? That's the elephant in the room.
I mean, to me, when you look at Shai, I look at him the same way I look at DeJounte Murray. I ain't really convinced. I'm not convinced of the game. Like, I know a lot of people look at them and say they can hoop and all that.
Who's better? Now that you said that, before you continue, who's better, Shai or Murray? I'm gonna say Murray.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Murray too.
Right.
But it's like with Shai, like I said, like putting them on a team with the roster they got now that they building with Giddy and Chet Holmgren, even the power forward, I forget how to pronounce his name, number 17. He tall too, but he can move the ball around, he can shoot, he can handle the ball a little bit. Like, I don't know he fit in this offense other than a catch and shoot. But I mean, if you only got him as a catch and shoot player, how effective is he really? I think they should try to get Shai, send him over to a team like Denver. But I don't know who Denver gonna send back that gonna fit their roster though, other than some more picks. Because they ain't like they competing this year, even if Chet and Giddey play up to potential. I don't think they're gonna make no damage.
Dex brought up the Lakers. Could you see the Lakers getting in the Shai sweepstakes? They don't have nothing to get them, do they?
Other than picks, but I mean, who really
they gave away dude Horton Tucker.
That'll be a bad pickup just on the simple fact that TST, like, he a ball handler himself. So what you're trying to do is you got to get more players that don't need the ball in his hand than to bring back a TST where it's like I said, Giddey is a point forward. Chet can move the ball around from the center position. They got that power forward number 17. I can't pronounce his last name, but he can move the ball around. He can put the ball on the floor. So, like, from your 3, 4, and 5 spots, you got some decent ball handlers and distributors already. So now you got to worry about your point and your shooting guard position. I mean, I don't know. Like, the players are good on OKC, but I just feel like you got a lot of the same type of players at the 3, 4, and 5. Like, all three of them could literally be the same type of player.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, is Lou Dort still on his roster? I'm just looking up down.
Yeah, he did. And see, he fit because he can shoot.
They got Darius Baisley, pardon me. That might be the guy you was talking about.
No, not him, is another white boy from overseas.
He's talking about
Waters.
His name Polk. You is Saki or something.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
weird name. Yeah, he got a weird name.
Right now.
Alex. That's what you say. Alex.
What the hell is his name? Alex.
Yeah.
And
he was pretty. He was pretty good. He was a good rebounder, and yeah, he did all right. But he's real thin, like a Chet. But I think Chet might be better than him, though.
Yeah, he is.
Most definitely.
But I mean, he's a skilled.
Zaire Williams, he on the bench. I think the one you talking about, Zaire Williams.
Zaire Williams is a high school standout.
Yeah, he's sitting down. He's not playing tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Remember, he was like being pumped up there with LaMelo and all them, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. He just kind of like fell by the wayside, and him and Julian Newman, they kind of fell by the wayside. Zaire Williams and Julian Newman, but
yeah, I know. Yeah, they did fall by the wayside.
And then it was just Zion Williamson and LaMelo Ball just took that high school media by storm.
Yeah, they got a decent roster now. I don't know how much they paying Shai this year and how much they paying them. Y'all know.
Yeah. Oklahoma City, he just hit a 3, 20-25, 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Josh Giddey and Chet Holmgren are on the bench. Zen said he got Chet has dog in him. I have to see more. I got to see more before I start saying that. You're going to have to. You're going to have to find out about that when he get into the NBA. Somebody check that.
Yeah, because I mean, shit, you got to think about it and all that.
Yeah, look all cool in the summer league, right? Wait till Anthony Davis highlighter, right?
Yeah, I gotta see him in the league.
Yo, let me tell you something about Anthony Davis. Yo, for some, I don't know. Something is telling me. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I'm just hearing shit, but something is telling me Anthony Davis about to put the league on notice. I'm just telling you, I expect for Anthony Davis to be the best player in basketball next year. Something is telling me this.
You talking my language.
I'm serious. That's just been coming to my head a lot. Anthony Davis, he about to go crazy. He been hearing all this chirping. Expect AD to just lose it.
Yeah, that's like his first time ever going through the media, like looking at him like, well, you ain't really top 5 like we thought. Like, I think he gonna go crazy this season for real.
What happened?
24-28.
Where'd all that silence come from?
I was about to ask.
I don't know. Yeah, it's 24-28. 7 minutes and 26 to go in the second quarter. Chet Holmgren and Josh Giddey is still on the bench. Somebody said ambulance driver. Then they killing Anthony Davis. Zen got to stop that, man.
It's okay. Less he got to take back.
I mean, to be honest with you, the Lakers got all the weapons. They just need to wake their ass up. You got Westbrook, you got LeBron, you got Anthony Davis. I mean, goddamn, how much you need?
We need the first team NBA. That's what we need.
Oh. I get Kyrie Irving. That's
all
it.
NBA first team.
It better be nothing less than a championship. You get Kyrie Irving, which I think is more likely to happen. Kyrie just strikes me as a guy that's going to get to the place he want to get to. 26-31, 3-pointer by OKC off. Memphis has the rock. Forgive me, I don't know all of these guys' names. You have John Morant in attendance too, courtside. You can't miss him. Oklahoma City is still a team that I think will be like 4 or 5 years away still, despite having some good picks. Shout out D White. He said AD going right back to injury list where he stays.
Oh boy, here we go.
I bet the Pelicans fans hate that dude.
The hate just won't stop. It's okay though. We're gonna listen. The Lakers gonna prove it on the court, so we ain't tripping.
The Lakers, they got a lot to prove.
We're gonna be the villains this year. Golden State was the villains. We're gonna be the villains this year.
I hope so. We got a commercial break. Shout out everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all. The Lakers will fail miserably. The West is deep this year. We got young teams. We got teams making trades, thinking they're good. I'm gonna be real with you, Zen. The Portland Trailblazers, they got to get some more pieces, man. It's not over. I like what's in there, CJ. There you got Jeremy Grant. CJ is better than Grant. You seen what he did for New Orleans. Let's not play around. Are you telling me Grant gonna be able to do that for Portland in the West? I'll rest my case. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
No, I was saying Miss Allen up there acting real sassy about that team. You know she's supposed to sell it, and now she's talking about she ain't gonna sell it. She's going against Paul Allen wishes.
Wow. Who's Paul Allen? Is that Portland?
No, Paul Allen was a big, an instrumental part of Microsoft. And what happened was him and Bill Gates were fermented partners, and Microsoft just got so big because they was coveting the technology, and they wasn't just really sharing it outside of military, of course, but they had basically a conglomerate on the market, right? And so the government felt it was necessary that Microsoft be split up.
Right.
So what they had was the government sued them for the antitrust, and this was under the Clinton administration, the antitrust and things of that nature. And then Janet Reno, you know what I'm saying, she headed the attorney for the government, and they made Microsoft break up. And so Paul Allen took a portion of it, and he made Oracle. And when he made Oracle, he continued his billion-dollar expansion, and then he went and bought the Seahawks. He went and bought the Blazers, and then when according to media, that he was said to break that up once he died. He wanted his estate, broke up, and he want those teams to be sold. But Judy, on the other hand, his sister, is like, nah, dude, I'm in the money right now. I'm raking in dough. You feel me? So she ain't trying to sell anything. They won a Super Bowl. They went back to back. They should have won back to back Super Bowls. But unfortunately, Pete Carroll, he made that decision not to give the ball to beast mode.
Oh, yeah,
and the rest is history.
That was scandalous.
Yeah. And they never sniffed it since. They never sniffed the Super Bowl since then.
Wrong with them.
So, yeah. So she's supposed to sell the team. She's supposed to sell Seahawks. Supposed to sell the Blazers, but she's being obstinate in her behavior. So those teams seem like they're going to stay up under her grips.
Right. We got a lot of stars popping out for their teams. That's one of the best parts about Summer League that people don't give credit for. Most of the time, you got the superstar player represented courtside at the game visibly for their team. Right now, you have John Morant, all-star, superstar, starting point guard of the Memphis Grizzlies, watching his team in the Summer League. I'm telling you, that's tremendous. You seen last year all kind of players, LeBron, everybody pull up to the Summer League. I'm always interested to see who's representing, on the team, at the Summer League. I want to know if the superstar will be there. Marvin, what's good?
What's going on, guys? Salute panel, salute chat. What's going down? I see you got some good Summer League basketball going on.
Yes, sir. We got Chet Holmgren. We got my man Josh Giddey out here doing this thing. We got 29 Memphis, 35 Oklahoma City. Josh Giddey and Chet is back in the game with a little under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, so we got ourselves a nice couple of minutes. What's your thoughts early on with this kid, Chet Holmgren? Let me know your indication.
His wake up is good.
And I'm not saying this guy like he's some superstar. I got to see more. It's just the stars of tomorrow,
Yeah, we all know you need to put on plenty weight.
Look at Kenny. Look at Kenny. Look at Kenny, baby.
He blocked it.
I mean, Kenny.
I'm sorry, Marvin.
Oh, you fine. Kenny Lofton is showing that he needs to put on some weight right now. But
he need to lose some weight.
No, I'm talking about Chet Holmgren.
Oh, okay. I was about to say the Lofton.
I don't know if you noticed, but Kenny went to the hole a couple of times and bumped him and damn near knocked him in the stands 2 times. But I mean, he's a project, but they actually have him listed as their number 1 center. So I guess he's gonna play, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm in the take with Dex. I like Josh Giddey, man. That dude there.
Yeah, I mean, this is his second year, so expect him to be a lot more polished. Coming into the Summer League. I love watching the second year guys. That's why I'm so interested to see tomorrow when we have the Detroit Pistons take the floor. I wouldn't be surprised if they just electrify, blow the team completely off the floor within the first couple of minutes. It wouldn't shock me, to say the least.
Well,
there's too many guys coming back.
They playing a lot of their starters too, so I don't know. I mean, but Josh Giddey's a starter also. But I mean, this is good. This is to me, this is good. A good way of getting Holmgren going. You play Josh Giddey with him and get him acclimated with Giddey already, and then when the regular season starts, I think they should have a little chemistry. But these kids are projects, and this is the lifetime. This is the time of their life, man. I want them all to succeed. Seriously. I don't know if you guys noticed, but yesterday with them 6 blocks, he was blocking Taco Fall shots yesterday, man.
I mean, Taco Fall really fell from grace. It's been a while since his name was mentioned with any prestige.
Yeah, just referencing that to the size, and he was, He might be thin, but he can sure block some shot. He blocked one guy trying to get a dunk with 2 hands. So, I mean, it's going to be nice. It's going to be fun to watch, man.
32-36 OKC. We got a commercial break. We just getting started. We got
Marvin.
Yeah.
No, I was just complimenting on Marvin because you got a lot of young talent that's in this 4-team round robin. Like we started before, we talked about the Paul Reeds, the Chets, the Giddey, the Zaire Williams, the Kenny Lofton Juniors. So Xavier Sneed, who once was a part of the Charlotte Hornet organization and played with the Greensboro Swarm. You have some players in here that we're familiar with and some players that we haven't seen in a while. Like, where were these players? Because in high school, you know what I mean? They was being talked about on the Balls Life and hoops of highlights and things of that nature. So now we get the opportunity to see them now as grown men. And I think that is marvelous.
Yeah. And not to change the subject, but you guys did hear that Jamal Murray made an appearance. He's back, guys, for the Nuggets. He is back.
Well, he 100% healthy now?
Yes, sir. He is ready to go, guys. Look out. Now, I don't know about Michael Porter Jr., but they said Murray should be ready to go at the beginning of the season. That's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, he should be all right. But this is going to be an exciting year of basketball. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of teams that need movement.
Yeah, you know what? I like our young guys, especially Scottie Pippen Jr. I like him. I like him a lot. I like the way he moves, and he seemed like his game is just real, like, settled. He's not out there being erratic or anxious. He's not pressing. He seems like he have a nice, smooth, calming game where a lot of youngsters will try to come out, especially playing for the Lakers, will try to come out and overplay themselves and then be out there looking uncouth. That's not the case for Scottie Pippen Jr.
Yeah, he is. It's kind of shining. And I was just reading that Michael Porter Jr. is doing 1-on-1 and 3-on-3 games. And they said he's looking pretty good too. So, hey, Denver might be with him.
Ooh, nice pass. Oh,
I'm just seeing the play now. Oh, that was a good pass. That was a charge.
What's name came back? Memphis came back.
I'm telling you, Memphis not playing. He said Lakers fans like anything right now. See, Sky, I was just sitting here talking about Anthony Davis. Sky, hear me out for 1 second. I'm going on the record and saying Anthony Davis will win the MVP next season. He will be looking like one of the best players in basketball. I'd like to know your thoughts.
Breaking news. Tommy Fury is out of the Jake Paul fight. He is out. They will not be fighting. Jake Paul gonna have to look for a replacement. He is out, and we're gonna find out what the hell he's out for.
You guys did hear the latest news on Eric Bledsoe that planning on waiving him.
Oh, the Lakers got Bledsoe? I thought you meant the Clippers.
No, the Trailblazers plan to waive Eric Bledsoe.
Oh, they have Bledsoe?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Nah.
And he's going to be on the market.
Kenny out here acting a fool, man.
I think he's going to be something that people probably look forward to trying to pick up.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
He's a good veteran backup, guys. You know,
he's a what?
He's a good veteran backup. He can stabilize the second unit.
How?
Yeah, Zen, we got a Blazer aficionado. He said the Blazers cut Bledsoe.
Yeah. Somebody gonna pick him up.
That's facts.
It's like he can't shoot the 3 ball. He can't run the offense. His defense ain't in no more.
I mean, I'm not saying he's a starter, but that depends. Actually, that depends on what team he goes to if he's a starter.
To be honest with you, I think he
salute to Basil.
I think he part of the reason.
What's that?
They're gonna all end up in WWE. His brother went to WWE.
When with New Orleans and Lonzo Burnett, I think he had hold back that team.
Hold back what team?
That New Orleans team.
Or if Bledsoe go there, is that what you saying?
No, I said when he been there, mowing down Bledsoe, been in New Orleans.
No, I don't think he's a fit for New Orleans.
No, I'm
trying
talking
to
about
think
when he been there a couple of years ago.
Oh,
He
when he
been
played for yeah. I'm trying to think of a team that come to my mind that he would help right now.
Yeah, I don't think he'll help nobody, to be honest. I just think his game don't fit no way no more. Like, he could at least been a defender, but he can't even do that no more. They used to call him Baby LeBron. And then, like, he lose all his athleticism. And I just don't see what he can bring to the team.
Yeah, his day is kind of past. I'm gonna look him up, see how old he is, see how many years he had. He's been in the league quite a long time.
Marvin, what's your thoughts on the Josh Giddey?
Oh man, I love that kid. Man, listen, he's got height, he's got poise, he's got a handle. He know how to. I mean, he actually played well as a rookie last year. He's decent, man. I mean, I think he's a piece that you can start your. He can be a starting point guard for just about any team in the NBA.
So what do you do with Shai?
That's what I was just going to say. He didn't make Shai expendable. I mean, that's a good thing for Oklahoma City. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They can get a lot back in return from Shai.
Hey, and that's why I was saying earlier, it's not so much of like I trying to poo-poo on Shai, but it's like, I mean, if he your point guard, because he getting 180
Okay,
million.
Rob Parker.
He getting 188. He getting 180 million right now for 5 years. So that's like a max contract.
Wow, I had never looked at his contract.
You got players at the 3, 4, and 5. Well, I'll say the 3 and 5 because I mean we can't really say that about I can't pronounce the last name, but y'all already know what I'm talking about. But
well, I mentioned it last night. Like, that's your boy right there. He needs to be on the Knicks. He should have been on the Knicks, brother.
For the Knicks?
I think Shai is a perfect fit for the Knicks.
The Knicks, Denver. He can work out a lot of teams long as he ain't got to run the point guard position. If he can be an off guard somewhere.
I think he got the flair for New York. I think he would be the perfect fit. I mean, it might be a little bit too late now, but I really liked him. I just seen him fit well with the Knicks.
Well, yeah, we're going to see how this shake out because I'm telling you right now, Sam Presley, he is salivating about these two young kids right here, and he just know that he got them on a nice budget ride for 4 freaking years before he even think about coughing up some cash. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is a CEO dream that you have a young talent basically on what you call that intern salary, because that's what we call rookies really. They on intern salary. You know what I'm saying? And you got him for 4 years, and you got Giddey for another 3.
And think if you can shed that Shai Gilgeous salary, man, please.
Damn, that dude just dunked so easy.
I don't even think they give Shai that contract on the strength of like, we want you to be our future. I think he just been like, we just can't let him get away because we ain't got nothing else going on here. And now they're making these picks these last couple of years, like, well, damn.
But
like,
no panic. Do you believe that was the situation?
No, they went to the playoffs. No, they went to the playoffs, remember?
Yeah, with Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, so he got his
as soon as Chris Paul
money.
She played like 30, 40 games after that. The next season, last season, he played a full schedule, but shit, he only been shooting 30% from 3. Like, I mean, you can't let 24 points a game fool you into thinking it's a max player or this a superstar player.
I mean, that could have been a product of them not knowing what they had in Josh Giddey too. I mean, they signed
Josh Giddey wasn't there. He wasn't there.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But he was on their radar. Oh, they hadn't drafted him. That's right. Yeah.
No, they wasn't there. Yeah, he wasn't even there. He deserved it, really. He shined because he's on his contract year for that extension. So he shined. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But they actually re-signed him before his contract was up, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they signed him before his contract was up. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like what they did with Garland.
They did that with Darion Fox. They did it with Jason Tatum. They did it with Ben Simmons. They did it with
Trey Young.
Mitchell.
Yeah, Trey
And yep,
Young,
they
Mitchell.
did it with Trey Young, Luca.
Mm-hmm.
Who else got one?
Shit, damn near most rookies that signed the
And
extension
Dex,
give
if
them
you
a
could,
third year,
I'm pretty
third
familiar
fourth
with it,
year.
but explain to the chat why organization would do that.
Would do
Do
what?
Sign it before his contract is up. Resign it.
Well, really, to me, from what my understanding is that you're showing that this is your guy moving forward. You know what I'm saying? That you're willing to place him as a face of a franchise. Because if you don't do that, then you're showing that player that there's some doubts. You know, they're skeptical moving forward with you, and maybe something is behind the green door. I don't know, but when they feel you good and squeaky clean and they can trust you and you're marketable, they can market you to the fan base, you know what I mean, as an ultimate, then they'll pay you first before they have to start bidding with other teams for your
That's what
services.
I was going to get to. That to me, that's the most important thing. The reason why they do it, because they don't need nobody else interfering with their business at that time. You let them get to the end of that contract, you're going to have other people throwing their little bids in, and it might affect what you really want to give them, and it's probably going to make you pay more. So I think it's a smart move in the organization's side, because to do it, you actually reward that player who's not going to normally turn it down, because he don't know what he's going to get once that contract and when other teams start bidding for him. So you give him a nice little piece, then he'll go ahead and take it. Because it's just like in Garland's case, if you wait till that contract is up, he's going to command the max a whole lot. So I think it over with. Plus, you get him under contract, you get him signed in for 2 to 3 years, maybe 4, and you get him, and then you get him acclimated to that team. You start building around him, and I think it's a great way for organization signing a young talent.
But you got to understand also, Marvin, those are competent organizations. Those are organizations who know how to win and knows what it takes, because it's not only you getting a marketable player, you're not playing with the player's psyche. You feel me? You letting him know straight up, as soon as we can get this to you, you got it, young man. You don't
That's
even
right.
have to fret. You don't have to worry. You don't have to fear, because we believe you that dude. And if he have a co-partner like with Boston, with Jaylen Brown, same thing. We believe y'all two is that dude. We're gonna move heaven and earth to make sure you guys flourish in this system. Now with Brad Stevens, it kind of got a little shaky. Danny Ainge departed. He went back home to Utah. You follow what I'm saying? You know, that's where the capital, where the Mormons at, and you know he's a Mormon. He played at BYU and things of that nature. So he went home. They elevated and promoted Brad Stevens, and then they hired one of the branches off of Popovich tree. You follow me? So that's how you know that that's a winning type organization. They keep the winning legacy intact. So
Yeah.
they don't play with the players if they really want you. They do not play with you. You feel me? The only time they had an issue is with Isaiah Thomas, but he had an injury, and they doctors knew what what he was going to be able to do and what he's not going to be able to do. Even right now today, he walked with a slight twitch. You feel me? He don't walk like he normally walk. If you ever see some of his older videos and then look at now, look how he walks. He kind of walk like a little, like a little twitch, something there, like he's trying to preserve some aspect of that hip. You feel me? So
Yeah.
he couldn't get it. Unfortunately, he couldn't get it. But other organizations who are piss poor, poverty stricken, playing Jedi mind tricks, those organizations always lose out in the end, and players just walk away from them because they just so full of game. They always want to be a sleight of hand. They always want to be the smartest person in the room. They try to belittle these young basketball players that's trying to make a living for the rest of their lives, trying to scrape. They want these basketball players to scrape 2 nickels together and then say, "Holy shit, I made it." You feel me? So those type of organizations, they piss poor in their decision making. They do not know what the hell they're doing, and sometimes they strike gold and they even mess that up too.
Yeah.
So that's why you sign them, Marvin. You know what I mean? You get it out the way, you move forward, and you keep that player filled with confidence. You don't want your player out there dribbling the ball with doubt.
But is it a chance for that player to play that contract, considering he's a young player and he can get better?
Who?
Do you think that's true?
Say that again.
Do you think it's a chance that maybe one of those players can overplay that contract? In other words, be better than what he actually got paid? It's a rare thing.
Yeah, it's a rare thing. Exactly. Yeah.
But I mean, in Garland's case, I think the sky's the limit for him.
Zen, I see you put the Danny Ainge thing down there, but you failed to put in there that he played at BYU. And normally, when you go from college to pro, that's where they label you from your college standpoint, not from where you was born. So looks like some more sleight of hand going on.
How long was Bledsoe in Portland last year? He didn't play very many games. Was he hurt?
Man, that dude is he's an angry walking mob. You follow what I'm saying? He
Bledsoe?
messed up his opportunity in Phoenix, and he got a second opportunity in Milwaukee, and he screwed that up too. So about time when he got to the Portland Trailblazer, he was a fungus among us. You feel? I mean, not Portland Trailblazers,
Clippers.
Pelicans. The Pelicans. No, the Pelicans. By the time he got to the Pelicans, he was a fungus among us. No, he went from Phoenix
with the Clippers, but didn't he play with the Clippers and Portland last year?
He played with the Clippers twice.
Twice, exactly. The first time he played with
who did he play with this previous season?
I think he started the season with
because I'm looking for him on the Portland.
Memphis. He started with Memphis, right? Didn't he start with Memphis?
Did he?
Because I'm looking for him in the schedule when the games they played in Portland, and I don't see him playing not one time.
Because the dude was a sourpuss.
All right, so did he play with who did he end up the season with?
We're not talking about where he grew up. We're talking about college.
No, I'm trying to find him.
No, I'm talking to Zen. I'm talking to Zen.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to find him. Did he end up
they're
with
talking
Portland?
about Bledsoe, Sky.
Did he end up with Portland at the end of the season?
Zen, where are you going with this? We talking about where he played at BYU.
And see, I don't think he played at all last year. Last time he played in 2021 with the Clippers.
No, he didn't.
All.
No,
okay, he didn't play at all. That's what I thought
he was
he
on
did
the team.
Too.
No, Bledsoe was on the team. He played with what's your name? Memphis, I think. He went to Memphis.
Oh, he's with
I'm looking at his stats and it go from Phoenix, Milwaukee, New Orleans, and Clippers in 2021, and no team after that.
So that was the last. So he played with the Clippers in 2021.
I could have sworn he was in the Memphis uniform.
That's the reason I'm asking because I'm looking for him in the schedule.
Him and Adams went over to the Clippers. I mean, not the Clippers. I mean the Grizzlies. I thought. And I could have sworn he was in a Grizzlies uniform.
They probably cut him or buy him out or something.
So he didn't play at all last year.
Because I was shocked when I saw that. I was like, how the hell that's gonna work with Ja? His Sky, you ain't gonna never forget that one, prison body Bledsoe.
But I'm trying to find him so I can see how many years he didn't play because he's a veteran for sure. So I mean, he didn't put his dues in.
Yeah, but he made a big mistake when he talking about he wanted out of Phoenix. Like he was all world. He was okay. You follow what I'm saying? And then he went over to the Clippers. That really didn't work. I mean, him and Doc, I guess they was bumping heads, so that didn't work.
From 2010
say that again?
2012, I said from 2010 to 2012, he went with the Clippers. Then he going to Phoenix for 5 years. Then Milwaukee for 3. Then for 1 year, New Orleans and Clippers one more time. But
what was his last year? No panic. His last year.
The Clippers.
He said with the Clippers.
Okay, but what year was that?
2021.
I still don't see him. I'm looking for him to bring up some of his gameplay, and I still haven't found him. I got the schedule for the Clippers in 2021, and I don't see him playing in not one game.
Yeah, he played 54 games, averaged 10 points a game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, shoot 42% from the field.
You know what? It was the Clippers. No, he's right. That's where I saw Bledsoe because I went to the game, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing over here?" And I was shocked that he was a Clipper. No, you're right. No pan. I don't think he ever played in Memphis. I think it was the Clippers. That's where I saw him on the court when I went to the Clipper game, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing over here?" Like, what you know what I'm saying? Because he was already a Clipper before, and it didn't work out.
And see the thing about with
But
Phoenix,
even though it was under another regime, of course.
I done went
Phoenix,
through
they had
eight.
all
I
them
done went
point
through
guards on
8
the
games
roster.
in that season, and I haven't found him in the box scores at all. I'm gonna go back to 2019, 2020, because I don't see him in the box scores at all, guys.
Maybe because when he went up to Portland, he just didn't play.
Yeah, I think
No,
that's
I'm always
Maybe they
back to
just sat him
2000.
a DMP.
I'm
Remember
back
they
to
sat a lot of people
2020.
towards the end.
Well, I
Yeah.
went through at least 10 games in that season. I'm going to check 1920. I believe he was with the Clippers in 1920, and I think he played quite often then.
No, he been with New Orleans in 2020.
Okay. I thought you said he's with the Clippers in 2021.
No,
That's why I can't
2021.
find it.
2021, he been with the Clippers. 2020, he been with Pelicans. Remember they trade Eric Bledsoe for Drew Holiday from Milwaukee,
Mm-hmm.
and he been with
Yep.
Milwaukee like 2 or 3 years before that.
That was really one of his best years. I think he had a couple of good years with the Clippers. I mean, not the Clippers, Phoenix.
Yeah,
He had a couple of good years with the Phoenix. He forced the trade.
Yeah, they had so much point guards at one position that he just had one. Like even like they had both George brothers. They had him, and they had what a guard name was, another point guard. His name something in my mind. I haven't get his name.
So did he get traded from them once they got Booker? Like he played like 1 year with Booker or something like that?
No, I don't think he had played at all with Booker. How long was he in the league?
I don't know exactly.
FYF said that's old news.
Shout out to FYL.
Well, you need to come on the panel then, see if you want to switch the topic.
Yeah, I'm just trying to bring his stats up, so I'm trying to figure out where he played last.
Oh, he said Zen said they had him for 20 minutes.
I thought so, because I don't see him playing not one game with Portland.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to think about it now. When 2021 probably mean 2021, 2022 season. So that probably just the season that just passed. If you think about it,
I don't see him not in no box score. And I just went through that season. And I'm looking at the Pelicans now in 2019-20. I don't see him in the box scores here. Now I know he played, but I'm just trying to bring him up so I can get his full stats, guy.
Just type his name in and then go over the stats.
Well, I'm trying to look for him in a different way. I'm looking for him through the ESPN blog instead of just Googling. They give me better stats that way. I'll find it. I mean, this guy's a new one. I can't find him. I don't even see him on the damn. All right, I'm gonna have to look for him in Google because I don't see him on the Pelicans either.
Zen's Kenny Lofton trying to play his way into shape, like a whole lot of NBA players do.
It won't happen today. He got a whole lot more damn games to play.
Yeah, he's a big youngster too, man.
Oklahoma City found themselves in the game.
Got ripped. Boulder Jack. Thurl Bailey's a commentator for the Summer League. What? Who remember Thurl Bailey, man? Who's an OG around here? Thurl Bailey, Utah Jazz.
Shit, I remember Thurl.
Mark Eaton and company. You know what I'm saying?
Thurl had that long ass neck. You know, he kind of reminded me of that center that the Lakers used to have.
Yeah.
You mentioned him the other day, Dex. Damn. And somebody took his place.
Wait, say that again.
He kind of reminded me of that center that the Lakers used to have, who I think when Shaq came in, he just disappeared. What was his name?
When Shaq came in for the Lakers?
When Shaq.
Eldon Campbell.
Campbell. That's who he reminded me.
Eldon Campbell was the center. Clemson University. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah, Thurl Bailey was good though, man.
Yeah, he was. Especially at Utah.
That's what I'm talking about. The Thurl Bailey from Utah. They had a nice little team too. There was a tough team back then. That damn Mark Eaton, you know what I'm saying? He's blocking everything.
What college did he come out of? They made a run. Yeah, they made a run in the NCAA.
I think North Carolina State.
Yeah. And
he had Lorenzo Charles.
Yeah, Lorenzo Charles. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the NC State team with Valvano, whatever his name is. The died from cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all remember that team? They got lucky. They beat. Matter of fact, they beat the Fly Slammer Jammer. That's who they beat. Because that old lucky ass pass. You know what I'm saying? Shout out who was Wingate? Wingate shot that. Was it Wingate or Wiggins?
Yeah, that was a magical.
That guy. That guy. The name shot that old air ball. Yeah, exactly. He got it in the alley-oop that.
That was a hell of a tournament that year.
Yep.
Wasn't that when UNLV was making a run? No, that might have been UNLV. Might have been a little earlier than that.
No, that was before UNLV. But UNLV did make a run with Armand Gilliam. Remember that? Yeah. Remember with Armand Gilliam, they made the Final Four, but they didn't win. But UNLV won later with the running Rebels with Stacey Augmon and all those guys, Larry Johnson and all them. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up losing that Final Four to Duke. That was very questionable. A lot of people felt that they threw their game. You know what I'm saying? And I even asked Stacey, because Stacey, that's my homeboy. I mean, that's my real homeboy. I said, Stacey, what happened to that game? He said, I don't want to talk about it. I never asked him again.
Stacey Augmon. Wow.
I think it was Rod. Did Rod Higgins play on that team, that NC State team?
I don't know. What year was that? You know?
I think it was 82 or 83. 82 or 83.
I'm trying to find Bledsoe first. I can't find this guy for nothing.
You say you're trying to find Bledsoe?
Well, I'm just trying to bring his numbers up.
Why are you so stuck on that dude, man? That dude ain't never accomplished nothing.
Just Google his name.
But they're not giving me the numbers the way I want them.
For what? For what, though?
I just want to see his numbers, Dex. Can I find his numbers?
Prison body.
Is that okay, brother?
Boy said Google prison
body. Because what I'm trying to do is determine who's going to want it. And I'm guaranteeing you somebody going to want it. I want to see.
No, don't you put Bledsoe on them Bulls, Sky. Don't you try to tamper with us.
Yeah,
you leave them Bulls alone.
I'm trying to get into the Lakers.
I just don't see what he gonna bring to the table.
You know, Lakers ain't finna get no Eric Bledsoe. They ain't that desperate. you see what they did to Malik Monk? Shit, sent his ass up to.
Now you talking a good game. You know they offered Monk a damn contract and he turned it down. What are you saying?
Because he didn't do nothing. The man out there partying too hard, man.
But they offered him a contract.
I know what he was out there doing. Shit. You couldn't find Monk to come to practice on time.
Monk been too inconsistent. Monk could give you like 31 games. You don't see another 20 piece for another 3-4 weeks.
He gonna blow up somewhere. Watch.
Yeah, and that's what.
Well, we already know what Sack do to people. Zen.
When he been in Charlotte, he been kind of the
Jimmy Valvano. Yes, one of my favorite coaches. Bazille, I know you be having some good facts, man. You must be around my age, because you know a little too much.
Dex, ain't nobody your age. I don't know why you saying that. Jesus ain't down here, Dex.
Wow, that's crazy. I know we can't wait for this basketball thing to really start jumping again.
Man, what you talking about?
Normally at this time, I'll be worried about my Cowboys. You know, right now, my Cowboys out there at Oxnard practicing and getting ready for the season. And I'm not even paying them 2 attentions.
You doing the right thing.
Hold on, Josh.
How about them boys?
Dex, don't get me started on Cowboy fans. Please don't get me started on Cowboy.
Yeah, Basil. Yeah, well, you're still younger than I am, but that's good that you're 50.
Dex, don't get me started on Cowboy fans. I have to deal with them every day down here. Please don't.
Baker Mayfield went to Carolina. It's a good pickup.
Is he competing for the job with Donaldson?
I don't know. I mean, I think Baker gonna get that job though.
Oh, did he? He went to Carolina, huh? I mean, what you guys think about him? Is he too much? Would you have him on your team?
Who, Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield about to light up the league. Watch.
Oh my God, Sky, you said that 2 years ago. I mean, Flight, you said that 2 years ago.
No, I'm telling you, watch. He
ain't make the playoffs.
He made the
Like,
playoffs.
you guys too erratic, man. It's too erratic. He's too erratic.
I don't think he's too erratic. I think we'll mess him up a little bit, but if you got like
too cocky,
you got like you got OBJ in your team, and then you got other receivers. Like sometimes if you're a young quarterback and you got a superstar receiver in your team, sometimes it's like you got pressure to get that player the ball instead of just making your reads. I think, like I said, I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I don't think he's a superstar quarterback. But I mean, it wasn't just him why Cleveland Browns were failing the offense. Moment now, the first season he played decent. They come back the next year and they move up the offensive coordinator to head coach. That didn't work out too good. They only put him at head coach because he had a good relationship with Baker Mayfield. They let him go. They bring Sarkisian in. Sarkisian is a good offensive coordinator. He threw for 3,600 yards.
Nice. Kenny Lofton used his body.
Yeah, he got a lot of that.
Yeah, the next season he threw for 3,000 yards and like 20-something touchdowns and 17. I can't remember the exact numbers, but ain't like he been playing bad. He just like
I could not find this dude.
You know. I don't think Panthers are a good team to where like now he on the Panthers going to the Super Bowl now, no, the playoffs. But I wouldn't put all that blame on Baker Mayfield.
Well, no, see the thing of it is Baker Mayfield came in capping and people just called him on it. And so far he hasn't delivered. And then he had a nerve to talk about Daniel Jones. They picked him, the Giants picked him at number 2.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
He is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones now.
I know, but you just don't do those type of stuff.
Yeah,
if you're not
his damn mouth too much.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you're not putting up, you can't say that about nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be right about
losing your fan base and damn sure losing the confidence from your front office.
Because I damn sure don't like no Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes. They don't even call him Danny Dimes no more. Who gave him that nickname? Jalen Rose? Did Jalen Rose give him that nickname? Danny Dimes?
I know.
He should have.
But I mean, somebody said you don't bring Baker in if he's not going to be a star. I mean, they only traded for a 5th round pick, so I mean, you could very well bring him in. He can get outplayed by Donaldson, and they don't have no problems starting him over Baker. Just
I know Colin Cowherd hates his guts.
Yeah, like
Baker Mayfield guts.
Yeah, even one thing Baker did do that brought me the wrong way is when they had the coach. I forget what happened, but when he had to see the coach the next the game they played him or whatever like that, like he just been like shitting on him, man. Like he ain't really been saying too much to him. Like he been acting like the man he had nothing to do with his success and all that.
Yeah, that's what was his name? What was that coach's name? He's a defensive guy.
Yeah, he just matter of fact, he been one of the coaches who had ended up signing up for that lawsuit against the NFL with the coach. What his name was? I can't remember the name. Bald-headed dude.
Well, what dude you talking about?
I gotta look him up real quick. He been a coach.
And we got to score 52-61. Chet Holmgren is on defense, 423 in the third quarter.
I say Sarkisian and Stefanski, but the coach
was looking a little slow out here. That was good defense. Chet Holmgren, we got the length.
Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson is trash. Yeah. You like Hugh Jackson?
I mean, no, I don't. Him as a coach, no, but like as far as like how Baker Mayfield like kind of throw him under the bus, that's the only thing I pretty much talking about with that. That's one thing I don't like that Baker did. He is cocky, but at the same time, like I mean, who would have wanted the quarterback to be cocky? But it is certain things you don't do, like Dex was saying about the being picked number 2 over him or whatnot. But I mean, look at the coaches Baker had. Yeah, Hugh Jackson, Greg Williams, Freddie Kitchens, and the last 2 seasons probably been his best season in Cleveland. He had a real offensive mind, and Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah, Baker dealt his own grade, man.
Shout out Baker.
If Deshaun Watson didn't come available, he would have been a starting quarterback this season with no problem. Teams just understand that y'all gotta let him go now at this point. So we gonna wait till y'all lower that price to like how they trade him now for a 5th round pick. Because he had supposed to go into Seattle at 1.2, but they had won a 1st round pick for him. But they about to pay that if we know you got to get rid of him anyway.
Yeah, they gave him a 5th round pick. They violated.
Yeah.
And they got what's the name anyway? They got Watson, so can't have it all. They basically just gave him away, right?
Yeah. I say like any team out there that ain't got no rookie quarterback or no young quarterback that they can develop, or they going through a rebuild or anything like that. They just need a solid starter to get them through. Shit, a 5th round pick ain't nothing to give up. Because if it don't work out, it ain't nothing to get rid of.
Right. That's basically what they did. They got really him for nothing. Chet Holmgren put the ball on the floor, missed it. He's definitely not having as electrifying as the last night. He definitely didn't get the blocks. But they are winning, and that's the best part about it.
I say, and last night he been playing against Taco Fall, so it's like, if you want to tell me 2 7-3+ players going against each other and one of them is Taco Fall, I'm going to bet the other player going to have a better game.
3. Okay, a little short from 3. He just shot a 3. This dude Scott said Mayfield trash. Now y'all sleeping on Mayfield.
Yeah, he decent.
Nah, I like Mayfield. That was actually one of my favorite players. They're sleeping on Mayfield. He just lost favor with the media and everything, but it wasn't not too long ago where they was praising this dude.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of. They make it seem like he did nothing. Like he didn't do anything good. That was the best quarterback the Browns had. Lord knows how long.
For real. Said he took them to the playoffs.
Yeah. Then they started getting picky. They had no goddamn quarterback. They was messing around with no names, Hoyer and shit like that.
Last time they been in the playoffs, them boy had Tim Couch and Tim Couch him and all that.
That's what I'm saying. I forgot some of them fools they had up there.
Like Chet got a little nicked up, guys. Like he might have tweaked his back.
And we stated that every time they probably gonna pull him. But a guy with his size, that's always the focus. That could happen. It's just crazy.
He got a block. He got a block on a guy, but then he came up a little lame. And I believe they're finna say he ain't even running up the floor now. He was bending over on the other end. He ain't even made it past half court this time. Yeah, he didn't even come down court. Yeah, he's ailing a little bit. Well, he got up for that rebound, but he's walking up the court. He's got a little trot to himself.
Well, let's hope it's not nothing crazy.
And the crazy thing about it is the game last night.
Zion Williamson is definitely better than Chet. Come on, let's not be stupid.
Shout out to SMG for making an appearance.
We know that.
SMG's finally off of punishment.
Wow, SMG. SMG used to put in that work.
And Chet not twist his ankle, but he had something happened with his ankle last night.
Who?
With Chet. Yeah.
They looking at him now. Yeah, he tweaked his back, man.
Oh, damn.
I don't think he'd be all right. I think he'd be all right.
I don't think he's gonna play the rest of this game.
Hey, they don't want.
That's how he start off with Anthony Davis. AD will start off the season playing good, and then he'll get that one low nick. 2 games later, he have another low nick. About 3 games later, he have something that keep him out for a day or 2. Then next thing you know, he must have scratched the time. Like when you tall like that, that's why they preach to get muscle and now add muscle onto your size as much as you can, because you're like shit.
Yep. We streaming Hornets Friday. We might get you up close and personal. So come make sure you're here on time.
Who you talking to there?
De Jure.
Oh, in the chat.
Hey, Flight, did you see Zen comment right there?
Oh, what is that? Slap some icy hot on her and
He
keep it
said
moving.
Memphis #9 got to be a New York City point guard. He dribbling his ass off, right?
Yeah. Yeah, shout out my man old Zen. He don't go by old boy Chet or KD. Why would you shoot?
Say, Dex, just a question for you. Kind of quiet on the Laker front. What's going on, man?
Well, no, we talked about it earlier. You was late to the stream, Marvin. We talked about it earlier.
What's going on?
Well, like I said, with these young gentlemen, Chet Holmgren and Josh Giddey, Sam Presti is just salivating that these young men will hold true to form when the season comes. That would make Shai expendable. And if that's the case, then that can usher along and facilitate the trade for Russell Westbrook, because now Russell Westbrook have a home.
You trying to get Russell to OKC and they don't want no part to that while they rebuilding.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not what Sam said out of his own mouth.
Russell will be a worse fit than what Shai is right now, and I don't even think Shai a bad.
I'm only going by what Sam said. Now, if Sam is faking, you know what I'm saying, talking with a forked tongue, I don't know. But he said he will welcome Westbrook with open arms. His home is OKC.
I mean, yeah, I can see that, but like,
I don't know if he'd be off the bench getting that much money.
I don't know if I giving up Shai for somebody to come off the bench or just for somebody to be like, oh, I'm a be to retire. Like, I don't think Russ moved the needle for what he's trying to do. I think he hold back more than anything. Like, if I rebuilded my team and I got, like I said, they got a roster full of, they still got Bazley at power forward. I mean, he more of a stretch forward, but he ain't no big player, so he might be playing a 3 at times. You got the center Chet, like. If you want to get creative with
look at Chet. Come on, man. Look at these young kids from Oklahoma, man. Are you watching what I'm watching? These little Caucasian kids are looking good, and they fit right there in Oklahoma. I'm telling you, man. That's a damn sure red state.
Place, man. That's the perfect location for this duo.
Yeah, that's a red. Oh, look at him. Oh, that's airball. He kind of got out of control right there. Yeah, you got a little out of control. But yeah, that's a perfect area for a nice young stud Caucasian.
I wish the Knicks had that duo right now. I'm telling you. But don't sleep on RJ. RJ might be better than both of these dudes. What y'all think?
You saying RJ better than both of them?
Yeah, you think RJ better than I got RJ over Josh Giddey, but what you think about RJ over this guy Chet Holmgren? I don't know about that.
I mean, shit. Be honest, from my perspective, RJ the only one who played the league so far, so I can't say they're better than RJ right now. But
Josh Giddey's second-year player.
Yeah, but I think Giddey more of a.
What Mara was with Tricky Nicky? Mara, you be hanging out with Tricky Nicky?
Yeah, I think Giddey got an overall game that kind of more expansive than RJ, but I don't think he better pound for pound better than RJ.
No, I agree.
Somebody said RJ is garbage.
Wow. They're tripping. And Scott said the Knicks trash. The Pelicans just got out there.
I'm not in too much of a disagreement with Sky on that one.
No,
Sky, we might can agree on something.
Like ever since RJ they didn't play him out of position. From day one, you should have been putting the ball in RJ hands.
I wouldn't say he's trash. I just say that he's one of those methodical players that needs the game to be slow. He can't play a fast-paced game. I don't think RJ can play a fast-paced game. Because remember when he was at Duke, when they was going up and down the court with Cam Reddish and Zion, RJ was, he was missing. He wasn't really, showcasing himself. But when Duke slowed the ball down, they kept the ball in RJ's hand. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Because he know more basketball than Zion. Zion is more physical than anything. With RJ, like he like the point guard of the team. Like he even the one that, but even like the adult on the court for them, basically.
So I think RJ have one hand.
So I just think RJ just need a methodical point guard. That's why I said tie it. Well, I guess Jalen Bronson might be that guy. You know,
Brunson's he's gonna be the best point guard he's had since he's been there. Well, you got Rose there too. They solid at the point guard, man. I'm telling you.
I don't think that. I don't think. I mean, y'all might like Brunson game. I think Brunson is a 6'7" man at best.
but he might be more suited with the Knicks. You follow what I'm saying? Because it seems like Tom Thibodeau and his dad, of course, Rick, is a former NBA player. So his acclimation into the NBA, like Nico was saying yesterday, could be different from a lot of other players. And his IQ might show with the Knicks more so than with Dallas because of the Luka factor. With the Knicks, there's no Luka factor. Only thing there is we need somebody to control our offense and get these guys the ball where they need to get it. Because every time Kimba got the ball, outside of hearing those squeaky knees, he's pulling. He ain't looking to get nobody involved. He's not looking to integrate the offense according to the schematics of Tom Thibodeau. He's pulling. He's trying to get his numbers because he's fighting for his next contract. And that threw a loop in the Knicks so bad that Kimba just had to sit down. I mean, no, Kimba, that's enough. I mean, really, Kimba? You really gonna do us like that? You follow what I'm saying? You want supposed to be the New York finest. You grew up with a lot of hoopla trailing your name in high school before you enter college. You gonna really come back home and display this type of basketball? Really, Kimba? Nah, we're not finna have it. They sat him down and he didn't get back into the game.
I mean, but you talk about the Mavs with Jalen Brunson, like the same way everything you're saying about him playing with Luka, like look at the benefits of playing with Luka.
Yeah, Dallas gonna be nice too. But Brunson ready to be a starter. No sleep. His father is there.
Brunson been averaging 13, 16 points, 13 in the regular season, 16 in the playoffs. It's kind of like the college effect when the player play real good in the tournament, even if you ain't never heard of him before in a regular season. If he like part of a team and they a Cinderella run and they make it to the they make it to the Final Fours, like they draft start going up because they play good in the tournament. Then when they get into the league, it's like, oh, well, they ain't really that. That's how I look at it with how they look at Jalen Brunson. I mean, he do got connections now as far as like his old man, his assistant coach, his daddy old manager is the president, and his actual agent is the son of the president. All type of damn family ties, but I just don't see him as nothing more than a 6'7" man off the bench.
You said a 6'7" man off the bench?
Well, I don't see him more than the 6'7" man. Cause I did that sound like I saying damn at the end of the damn bench, but yeah, like I don't see him starting for the Knicks, and then I mean he going to start for the Knicks now. I'm not saying that at all, but what I'm saying is like coming off the bench is where he'll be best suited at.
No, that's facts. Somebody said Knicks fans will say anything. Nah, that's what the Pelicans fans do.
But they don't give Flight a break when it comes to the Knicks.
Bison Daly. Oh yeah, his brother killed him.
No, you can't say that.
What happened?
They don't know. They don't know who killed him.
No, they
Let's
get arrested.
Let's not get too crazy. Shout out Jessica. Don't put that on the pals. Well, no, I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Brunson too short. No sleep on Jalen Brunson. They re-signed Mitchell Robinson. Don't sleep on him either. He just got to be healthy. Who knows what you do with Julius? They should just put Julius as the third option. They should just make him the third option. It's nothing like watching the game in the garden. I'm telling you.
Well, they don't give Knicks no break. What have the Knicks done to the basketball world that people don't want to give them a break?
The same
Shout
thing
out to
Dallas
Jessica.
did to the football
Well,
world.
the Knicks is always in the running for team superstars. When the superstar is available, who comes up? The Knicks, and they never get them.
I think y'all suffer from the same thing with the Cowboys. Like y'all had so much glory at one point, and y'all fans, when y'all winning. As soon as y'all start losing, there's some sort of excuse or something happened, or that's why it ain't happen. It's like just trash.
I remember I thought Zion was going to the Knicks. I held out faith, but it just didn't go down to what's planned. Shout out Jessica. But I think the Knicks would have been a viable option if he was thinking about going somewhere. They had to turn things around. If they didn't make the playoffs, he
still might can get to the Knicks now. His career ain't over. Don't be laughing out loud. He might. You never know how this thing turns. Who would imagine Anthony Davis going to the Lakers? He received a rookie extension, didn't he? Yes, he did.
I mean, but this LA you talking about?
I'm just saying though. I mean, Anthony Davis was like one of the top 3-4 players in the league at the time. Everybody was trying to vie for his talent. And who could have thought it? The Lakers, out of all people.
You saying that like you talking about like Milwaukee or Washington or Portland, and like, oh, who of all teams he came here? Like that's the Lakers. Like every
no. I don't mean it like that. You're right. I don't mean it like that part. I'm meaning like the Pelicans actually getting rid of him. You know what I mean? Actually put them on the chopping blocks and go and cave into his wishes. That's the part I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, to a competitor or adversary within your own conference. And then trade him to the East. You see what Pop did with Kawhi? He sent this man to a whole nother country. Like, I hope you got your passport. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, be honest with you. I think and this probably a little off topic. I think they should say LeVar Ball the ring. And I'm about to say this. And that's why I say this. And that's from me. I don't live in LA. I'm an LA fan. That's just from my perspective from outside the state. I mean, outside the city and whatnot. And but the time between Kobe last season and the season Lonzo Ball get there, that the Lakers been like, in my mind, he been like, damn, there is no more good Lakers team coming up. Like, they about to be the new whatever team that's sorry for the next 10, 15 years type of team. That's how I look at it. If you bring up Lakers to anybody else, oh, Lakers trash. Oh, Lakers ain't about to do nothing. Oh, ain't nobody playing for the Lakers. When Lonzo get there, I feel like that's when Lakers will start becoming more relevant. Once they became more relevant again, not saying they've been on top of basketball winning-wise, but just as in popularity, people start paying attention to LA more. And with LeBron James coming over there, I feel like that played a part in him saying, well, shit, I mean, LA looking kind of good right now. Like, they
right.
in the basement. So when they go over there, it's like, okay, boom. Now LeBron back over there. Now Lakers ain't all the way back, but shit, there's somebody that we can see on prime TV now. We can see them on schedules and all that now. So they kind of back in the spotlight. And then when they trade away to all the young Lakers, they're bringing AD. They win a chip. Now Lakers all over the TVs again every day. Lakers ain't even went to the playoff this year, and they can't stop talking about Lakers.
And there was a first round exit the year before. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, but like I said, just from me being outside of LA and not being an LA fan, LA been like a redundant team to me after that. When not Kobe last season, up until they get Lonzo, like there was nothing. Nobody down here been talking about the Lakers. No basketball fan I know been talking about the Lakers. Like even like a foregone conclusion, like, oh, they gonna be doing this for the next 10, 15 years, drafting top picks and not really doing nothing. But I just had to say that real quick.
No, I kind of agree with you where you're coming from. You know what? That's a good assessment because you're kind of right. You know, once Kobe left, it was like whatever. You feel me? We thought we was gonna be in the abyss for maybe 3-4 years or something like that. I mean, like really in the abyss. But they had the 1 year with BI and D-Lo, And then, you know, because we already know what the D-Lo situation was. It wasn't a good thing, because the reason why I can say that is that the Laker fan base, not all, but a nice healthy chunk of the Laker fan base is criminals. And for BI to do what, I mean, not BI, for D-Lo to do what he did, that sucked a whole lot. And the Lakers held on to him. It was like, dude, man, you know, they making us look bad. You know, they making us like we all rats or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's hard to represent the Lakers when that scenario was going on. I'm just speaking from being a Southern Cal native, being from LA County. You follow what I'm saying? I'm not from LA, but from LA County. And it just didn't sit right. So we still love our Lakers, but we kind of ignored them. But then when Lonzo was rearing his ugly head, you follow what I'm saying? And it was talks that there was a possibility that he could be drafted by them because we got the number 2 pick. Then the hoopla start to come again. Will they get him? Will they get him? You know, all the news. Will they get this kid out of UCLA? Even Luke Walton's dad talked about it. You follow what I'm saying? Because he's a UCLA legend. And here's Lonzo that brought breath and resuscitated the UCLA folklore. You follow what I'm saying? He didn't win a championship there, but he resuscitated him to people want to come back to UCLA instead of going to Washington, instead of going to Oregon, instead of trying to go out to the SEC or trying to find their way to Duke, Michigan, or Ohio State. You know what I mean? A lot of the aggregated talent in the Southern California area wants to go back to UCLA again because of the resuscitation of Lonzo Ball. Now, the Lakers have an opportunity to get him too. The fever. It was just incredible. You just had to be there to feel it. You follow what I'm saying? Because like you said, we're back. You know, they're thinking we're back. We got somebody to start building with. Yes, they had BI already there. Yes, they had Randall already there. You follow what I'm saying? Yes, they had Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance already there. But those guys was there when they only won 17 games. You feel me?
Never been no TV.
Hold on, y'all. We got a new guy. Excuse me. Who's DeGeorge Smith? Yo,
my bad. My damn mic was fucking up.
what's good?
What's good, bro? What's good? I just
This is your first time on the channel?
Yeah, man. I be checking y'all out and shit, but I ain't never hopped on and nothing like that. I always leave a little comment, you know what I'm saying? Show the likes, you know what I'm saying? Get the love.
Right, yeah. Where you from?
I'm from Virginia, man.
Shout out to VA. What part of VA? I used to be out there in Hopewell. I went to Hopewell High School for a year.
Oh, did you? Yeah. I'm from a little small place called Middlesex. It's like about an hour from Richmond. And you know
Richmond, I used to take I'm from New York. I used to take that Chinese bus to Richmond all the time.
Bro, niggas do it all the time out here.
Yeah, well, that bus was goddamn. So you know what you be doing it too?
Nah, man.
You don't be going back and forth to New York.
Nah, man.
But that's I know you heard about it. Anybody in Virginia know about that bus to New York? That's what I'm saying.
I got homies and shit. They take it. Yeah, they take it.
Yeah, word. They're taking it for 6 hours.
I don't know how you getting there. They like, nigga, I'm about to ride this Chinese bus.
Word.
Like, nah, y'all niggas can have that.
Yo, VA
can have that.
I like VA, man. VA. The VA is popping. Anybody that don't know, I'm telling you, the 757. I know you on the other side, but I got people in Virginia.
I'm on the 804, but
Norfolk, 804, yeah.
But I ain't making no noise. I don't do none of that. I ain't making no noise.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the VA.
Yeah, I want to shout out to VA. Yeah, I went to VA for a second. I'm
familiar with Manassas.
My cousins and my uncle for a year. Shit got crazy.
Suffolk, Manassas, Richmond, Mechanicsburg.
Yeah, Mechanicsville.
Yeah, Mechanicsville. Yeah, Mechanicsville.
Close to Richmond, all that out the way. The news out here, the bad news, Hampton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're on the other side though. You by Richmond. That's like 2 hours away, but it's a straight shot.
Yeah, on 17. Just don't keep it straight. That's all you gotta
do.
That's
right. Trust me, I know everything was going on out there, but I'm telling you, shout out to you, bro.
You tuned in with it. You know what's
I know about it. I used to live there. But keep going, keep it. That Chesapeake Bay Bridge, that shit is crazy.
Bro, that's
yeah, the Chesapeake.
That shit always.
That takes you all the way to Maryland.
Yep, damn sure do that shit always backed up, yo. Every day, you can count on that shit being backed up. every time, all the time. That shit really stay like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what's going on? So what's going on, man? Let's talk basketball, man. Pleasure you joining us, man.
yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me, man. And like I said, as far as the comparison and shit about the players, you gotta take into consideration that everybody's in a different situation. They coach might ask them to do something else that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like some guys can show, like Jalen Brunson, for instance. Niggas gonna say he ain't like that, but how can niggas say that when they just watched the playoffs and what he did? You know what I'm saying? That's a situation where he was asked to step up and do his thing, and look what he did. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as the
Yep.
nigga
It
do
won
bad,
2
now they
games without.
trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now they trash when the nigga
What?
it's
Try
up
to
and
slow
down.
down. Yo, bro. Try to slow down with the N word.
Yeah, for sure. It's always back and forth. Like somebody can have a good series, they good, everybody on them. Then they have a bad series or it ain't up to par with what they did before. But you know what I'm saying? When Luka come back for Jalen Brunson, he gotta take that back seat. You know what I'm saying? He can't do the same things that he was doing.
Right.
Now he going to New York, he got the keys, he got the money, you know what I'm saying? So now it's up to him to showcase that talent. But you can't judge somebody before they step on the floor with their new team. I mean, like I said, I like Zoe, Melo, Jello, the whole family. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say I rock with them, but it's like everybody actually do is a different thing. Just like my boy was just talking about with LA with the Lakers. Look at all the hype and everything. I mean, he bought the Lakers back. You know, I've been a Lakers fan forever. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Kobe. That's what made me be on the Lakers. But it's like the energy for the Lakers before Zoe got there was like, yo, what are we doing? It's the same old thing. I always tell people, everybody good till they come to the Lakers. Like everybody be like, oh yeah, we picked up so we picked them up. That's a good move. And then when they get to the Lakers, it's always downhill. To me, it all started with Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. Think about how hype. If you was a Lakers fan when we got them, you was hype. You know what I'm saying? You was ready for it. It was up, and look what happened. Everybody good till they come to the Lakers, man. Trust me, I've been going through it with them, man. Everybody good till they come to the Lakers. This for instance, who they just signed? Thomas Bryant, what, yesterday?
Yeah, and that was one of the talents that was with Zoe. Remember, he
Right,
was
yeah,
one
that's
of
what
the
I'm
talents that
saying.
came in with
And
Zoe,
remember,
Thomas Bryant,
before
and he was
before he
promising.
before he messed his knee up in Washington, he was getting buckets.
Yeah, he was getting buckets. Yep. See, I
So
knew
you just
something was fidgety when I saw Thomas Bryant at the Drew League. I'm like,
right.
damn, he said, what's going on here? Is he going to the Clippers? I never thought the Lakers though, because the Lakers already had him. So I thought maybe he was trying to get over there with the Clippers or something, you know. But yeah, he was over there at the Drew League hanging out with Zoe and them. So yeah, that was
Yeah,
interesting.
so what y'all think about the Martin twin getting that bag? You think that's a good move for Charlotte?
That's not a bag, is it? Six
No,
million
I'm
a
not
I
year?
saying
mean,
it's.
for
For
them,
him
that's a
though. You know
Oh,
what I'm
bag.
okay, for
saying?
him.
For him, not saying that
So
he.
why
You
they
know,
been
some
He
second
got
people.
more than
round
his brother, right?
undrafted?
He got
Yeah, as
more than his
far as I
brother,
know,
right?
I don't even know if his
No, he
brother.
went
I just
undrafted, right? He went undrafted, right?
Yeah,
one
one
of
for
them did.
Charlotte
One of
get
them did.
4
I
years,
think so
32
though.
million. Another one get 3 years, 20
Yeah.
million.
Wait. What? Okay. So, oh, you went too fast. You know, you be talking that fast talk, that geeky. So, what did you say again? Give those numbers out again.
The one in Charlotte, he get 4 years, 32 million, and the one in Miami get 3 years, 20 million.
Okay, gotcha.
And remember, I've been telling y'all been trying to say all
They
these
get
different
money.
players better than the Martin twins.
Could
I
you
was like,
No,
no,
imagine?
them
not
boys
y'all.
balling
Could
Not
you
too.
y'all.
imagine the
Hold on.
family
Hold
cookout?
on. Not y'all. Them. Because remember, I won
Oh,
money
okay,
with
yeah,
Rays betting on the Martin twins, and everybody
right.
used to try to laugh me off the panel when I said, "No, man, you gonna need them crash." I call them crash dummies. You
Right.
follow what I'm saying? But
Right.
at the same time, I said those are vital pieces for a team.
Yeah, yeah.
And people was betting me that they wouldn't even make it into the league, even DJ was talk trash about him. Coach Joe talked trash about him. A lot of content creators just talk trash about the Martin twins.
Yeah, and see, when I look
Yeah.
at them, I just see some solid role players who know their
Yeah,
position,
Man,
who play
could you
together.
imagine? Could you imagine what it's like at a family cookout with the Martin twins after these contracts? I'm telling you.
That's
Just
right.
think about
It's up.
they
And
I ain't
mind
breaking
gonna
you,
lie.
bread
they
I'm
got
right
rooting
now.
together
for him.
their entire life. Like the first season they
Man, could
ever
you imagine?
separated, the boy get the bag.
Yeah, I think it's a good move for him. I mean, I don't know though, man. I feel like Charlotte just got a bunch of guys to really kind of do the same thing still. It's like I ain't really see no real additions that's really gonna help. I mean, they had to draft for Mark Williams to see how it's gonna develop, but it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah,
it ain't no
yeah, that was
signature
despicable.
moves. You know what I mean?
It was despicable. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That draft and the free agency and trades, it was
Right.
despicable how Charlotte Hornets just stood still.
And
Like
then my whole thing is
it's they don't want to win.
you get Duren. You can have Duren and Mark Williams. You know what I mean? You could have had both of them, and you traded them away for what?
Listen, I don't know what's going on in Charlotte, but
What did they get
it
for
was
that 13th
despicable.
pick?
What you say that again?
I said, what did they get for that 13th pick?
I don't know. I think it was a future first or something, but I thought they got rid of that too. But I'm just saying, a lot of times, I guess, you know what I'm saying, we ain't GM, so they always look into the future, seeing what they can get. You know, maybe they knew something about, you know, that we don't know about or something. But from a fan looking in, it's like you could have had both of them, and you traded them away for what?
Yeah, like shit. At best, you got your future start in the backup center. At worst, one of them gonna work out.
Right. And you got Mason Plumlee. He think he a PG for sure.
Yeah, Plumlee need to go ahead and try to go ring chase somewhere.
And I always said, if you play basketball in the state of North Carolina, there's a great chance that you will be a Charlotte Hornet.
Yeah, for sure. It's a connection, man. You know, people be like that. They get in touch with it. But I mean, that's really how it go though. Usually, if you're in any major city and you from there or you played there, you're gonna have some kind of connection or some type of, you know what I'm saying, coming, especially being that close. Like if somebody playing Carolina and stuff, Charlotte ain't far away from there. You know, Chapel Hill, Durham, all that ain't too far away.
Wake Forest. You know what I'm saying? What's that other one? North Carolina A&T?
Yeah, A&T, that's the HBCU down there, but you know,
Yeah,
they
that's
got
the
like
HBCU.
Central, yeah, they got Central, everything. You know, ECU even maybe if you good enough, but you
Yeah,
know,
East Carolina.
everybody, especially Jordan, he want to have that Carolina connection and try to give him a chance to make it. I mean, like to me, yo, the crazy thing is, you look at all these players that's in college, and we get to talking about it on a different scale. When you're in college, you accept the coaches and culture and say that's what made a player, but when they get to the league, it's like, oh, that's out the window. Like, look at Joel Berry, for instance. Outstanding player of the Final Four. Couldn't even make a roster. Marcus Page was good. Couldn't even make a roster. And when you look at these players coming out, you might think that they are all right, but you know what I'm saying? They don't make it. A lot of dudes just don't make it, man. For whatever reason.
Oh, it's not that easy.
Yeah, no,
it's not that easy, and it's politics. And I'm not talking about talent. It's not that easy. Not on talent, because most of them is pretty, you know, on the same level as talent. But it just some might, you know, show their superiority. But everybody else is pretty much level on the talent, you know, because they all go through the same camps, and they all kind of go to the same tournaments. You know what I'm saying? So they all familiar with each other anyway. But at the same time, why Charlotte just will not trade some of their players and get, like, you got teams like Detroit, you got teams like Houston, you got teams like Oklahoma City. These teams are not going to be good. You know they're not going to be good. So once you try to trade something and get some picks from these people, man.
I don't understand it either, bro. I really be trying to figure it out too. It's like, yeah, you got Melo, you got a nice little core, and then they think they think Gordon Hayward gonna turn around and be like he was in Utah, however many years that was ago. It ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen.
I know why they bunny and trade him.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, what brother said, the politics involved in it. You know what I'm saying? It's all that's involved in it. They gotta be like Charlotte to me. Gordon Hayward,
they gotta have their version of Larry Bird. That's Charlotte version of Larry Bird.
That's a fact. They all, like I said, they all similar players, and I get it. In today's game, you want to have interchangeable pieces where you can come in and plug it in, but it's like Gordon Hayward, the Martin twin, Jalen McDaniels, P.J. Washington. To me, all those guys are kind of the same type of guys. You know what I'm saying? They're the same type of dudes. You got to have something different to go with it. I mean, I feel like if Melo is a star player and you want to build around him, you need to get some pieces around him that fits him. You don't need a bunch of guys, like you said, people know their roles and try to follow it. But I feel like on Charlotte, it ain't really no roles that's defined. Everybody think they the man. Everybody think they the guy. And to me, that's a problem. You gotta have it. Like I said, I seen an interview not too long ago. It was a minute ago, but Earl Watson was talking about how he was with Devin Booker and how he came to the team and was like, "Yo, look, young boy about to get 20 shots and do whatever. If you got a problem with it, let me know now. If not, then that's how we rocking." I feel like that ain't how it is in Charlotte. It's crazy, you know, because I'm such a Melo fan. But really, I mean, I like all of it. But Jello, my boy, man, because he just be getting the raw end of the deal all the time, man. It's crazy how they be doing them, man. It's really crazy. Like you said, the politics involved, but it's crazy how they be doing them, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how they
Yeah,
do it. I always say like, and I even not even trying to be on that because I respect all people. I love all people, but just say for instance that LeVar was a white dude and had 3 white sons and stuff. You telling me it would have been the same kind of thing that they doing now? It wouldn't be the same like that. It
yeah, I'm
wouldn't
trying
go
to get
like
under
that.
control.
You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't go like that. Like I said, people getting their brothers and stuff. What's cousin? Cleveland just got his brother drafted. I don't hear nobody saying like, "Oh yeah, he only owned it because his brother and all that." You know what I'm saying? Ain't the same energy. It's never the same energy when it comes to the ball bros. Everybody else.
Cause I think they realize that like they want this thing to be where nothing bigger than the brand, nothing bigger than the NBA, the logo. But like with the Ball family, like them boys got their own fans before they even hit the league. Like you got people that fans of them that probably ain't even real good fans of basketball.
Right, but they just
And if you
fans of
bring
them.
players like that in the league, it's like it's kind of like with celebrity boxing. Like once you like the Logan Paul brothers, or whatever like that, like that kind of us boxing now. Like if you ain't a real deep boxing fan who actually watch like Devin Haney and Kid Austin and Tank Davis, like outside of that, like when you think of boxing nowadays as a casual boxing fan, you thinking
Right.
about celebrity boxing.
I like those
Right.
names you were just talking about. You forgot about Shakur.
Who?
I like those names you were just saying. We're gonna definitely get back to Ratchet and back up with that shortly. Did you check out the boxing video that we put out earlier this week? No panic.
Yeah, I be watching all them videos.
Okay. There's just so much going on the NBA side, but we're gonna definitely have to lock in because there's a lot of stuff to discuss. There's some big things popping over there, and a lot of things coming on the horizon. Just don't think for 1 second that it's not bubbling on the boxing side. There's so much. I'm telling you, I don't want to do too much talking.
Bet.
We got Marvin. What's good, Marvin?
What's going on, guys? Is my mic messed up?
No,
Flight?
you straight. We got a post game now. The game is over.
Mom,
Oh,
you find
is
them
it?
stats
Okay.
for Bledsoe?
Chet had 11 points and 12 rebounds. Definitely not. He said Chet trash. 11 points. The Sky always says somebody trash. Yeah. Once somebody doesn't do what they're supposed to do, they trash.
Right, that's what we were just talking about. Once somebody do something good, everybody
Yeah,
love
well,
it.
yeah,
But
they
then you
compared him
have
to
an off
he
game.
was just Dirk Nowitzki. He was
Right,
everything.
and now he trash now because
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
so it's
because he didn't
crazy.
have
It's
no
getting
super
ridiculous.
numbers. It's up and down. It's crazy. But anybody who hoop know, like, you can go to the gym one day and you feel like you can't miss. The next couple days you go, you be like, yo, I just ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Today just wasn't my day. Every day ain't gonna be somebody's day. I feel like that's what makes somebody great when they consistently do it and everything. But we judging somebody off his second summer league game. We judging somebody off the second summer league game. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to wait and see, man, how it go.
Like I think you can't. It's like you can say somebody playing all right or they playing bad, but you can't decide if they trash or if they great just off 2 summer league games.
Right?
Like
It
you can
don't
either
make
like
sense.
their game or don't, but they can't say they trash or nothing like that.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Like I said, it's all in it, but people gonna always have what they're gonna say, so it's just gonna be like that. That's with anything.
How many points you say Chet had? Flight?
He had 11 points and 12 rebounds. Definitely not like the last game. But the potential is there. You see, obviously, he's going to be a double-double guy.
12 rebounds. That's decent.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. I think that's a solid outing. You know what I'm saying? Now it just depends on how they're gonna make it or what they're gonna say about it. Like if he turn around, he'd have had 2 games like that, they wouldn't have been hyping him up like that.
What did Lofton end up with? You know?
Say that one more time.
What did Lofton end up with? Do you know?
I didn't look it up. She said 30 points. I did Lofton was cooking. It says he been
30.
trash to me. He too small.
Hey, he was going crazy.
Let me calling everybody. I got down. Do anybody got talent?
It is, but yeah, man, I'm about to hop out over here, man. I got my kids here. I'm about to go ahead and put them in the bed. But I appreciate y'all boys letting me hop on, man. I appreciate
All right,
what
yeah,
y'all
most
doing,
definitely.
man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
we
what
just
y'all doing, man. Y'all be
right.
easy.
Appreciate it. All right,
Take care.
yeah, Marvin. This was a good game, Marvin.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know. Are you gonna live broadcast the Bulls summer league game?
well, I can't make no promises on that.
Okay.
Well, when the hell do they play?
I think they play Friday.
I will play. I will do the last one against Charlotte for sure. You'll have to look into it. I know I'll be watching. I don't know if I'm gonna do live. I'll look at the kid Dell and Terry and see what he's like. When do they play? Friday, you said?
I think they play Friday and Sunday. I
Okay,
think.
yeah. I know the Hornets play Friday and Sunday too, so I'll definitely be monitoring. I've been watching some of the summer league. I want to see what's going on. I want to see what they do. It's a lot out here. But this was a hell of a game tonight, man. With this Chet Holmgren situation. Shout out Jess to everybody in the building. We did this. We did some summer league coverage for the people. It was definitely good to have y'all around. Let me know how y'all think of Chet Holmgren. If you are disappointed in his performance tonight, we're not pushing him as some superstar. We just wanted to give some coverage of this game. You know, it was crazy. He said he was gonna have more than 6 blocks. He obviously didn't have that. So number one, he got to stop talking. You know, he got too carried away after the first game. He do got to get in the weight room, but the talent is clearly there. You can see Josh Giddey is good.
Oh yeah, Josh Giddy. Real
Yeah,
deal.
Josh Giddey ready. He looks obviously more polished. They're gonna be good,
Yeah, he's decent.
and they keep winning. Keep stockpiling the wins. They said Lofton had 16 points and 7 rebounds. Y'all giving
Oh,
false numbers. I was a dude had 30. I wouldn't look at his box score. I was really monitoring the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shout out Basil Carpenter. Giddey had a triple double.
oh, did he again? Oh man, that boy there.
He didn't have a triple double last game. He had a double double and he had 5 rebounds. I think it was 5 rebounds. He definitely could be that. That's why I think they're gonna move on from dude, because this guy needs the basketball, and if they keep building chemistry, it don't make no sense to hold on to all of this.
Yeah, you got to unlock him.
Right. So FYF said a humble legend. Where the hell that came from? Who the hell he responded to? Yeah, FYF, let me know what you think about some of these rookies that they got out here in the summer league. Who you looking forward to seeing? Shout out Larry the Bird, Kenny Lofton in the G League. A lot of these guys going to the G League. Some of these guys gonna get picked up. He says talking about Chet Holmgren. Yeah, never stop talking. Okay. Okay, never stop talking, having the ego. Yeah, you're right about that. Okay, I said he was talking last game. Yeah, you're right about that. But I mean, it's crazy. You guys just gotta take it easy because you can't handle this guy in Memphis. Wait till you go to the NBA. You know, when guys are stronger, bigger, faster. But he's gonna be a good player. He might be the rookie of the year. Who knows? Kenny Lofton, the best on the Grizzlies team. Definitely on the Grizzlies Summer League team. Dave said Chet is the goods. He's definitely good. I mean, he got the talent. He's 7. He's not 7'4". I don't think he's like 7'5". I don't know where the hot dog is. He's tall as hell though. Somebody said he faces some 7'4" dude. Yeah, his skill set is crazy. He played like Kevin Durant. You know,
Yeah, he can handle that ball.
yes, that's the most impressive thing in the situation. The ball handling.
Hey, and they got They got a video of Chet Holmgren playing against that same dude, that 7'4" dude, Victor Wembanyama, or how you pronounce his name. They got a video of them boy playing against each other. My honest, and he was, I think Victor probably been like 16, 17, Chet been like maybe 18, 19. Yeah, look pretty evenly matched, but I mean, shit, for him to be a couple years older, shouldn't have been equally matched.
Right. FYF said Lofton will be on the Grizzlies roster to start the season, I believe. Okay. You high on Lofton. A couple people high on Lofton. I never heard of him. This is my first day I ever heard of him.
And he
I heard of
from
Has anybody you ever heard of him before today?
He from Tennessee.
What'd you say, no payment?
No, I asked him if he from Tennessee. Like if he had played for Tennessee in college, where you go?
I don't know.
I thought I got pictures of him. I've seen him once. I can't remember exactly where.
Yeah, he's good though. Man, John Morant was there. Shai Gilgeous, he doing the Canada thing. He went to LA Tech. Yeah, I don't. Okay, that's the college he went to. What did he get drafted? Was Lofton a draft pick?
Yeah.
Damn, he only 6'6".
Yeah, he definitely look understanding.
He wide as hell though.
But he want to play on the perimeter. He will go to the paint though. He all right though. I ain't sitting up here talking like this dude is the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, he's a big body.
Yeah.
6'7", 275.
He's a young player, man. He got to trim down.
Shit, that been Zion measurements, but Zion done about the gym.
What's the Zion situation?
I mean, I don't know if he gonna be the same. I just saying Zion been like the same size, heavy in weight, kind of smaller, but difference is.
I agree with you.
He was playing outside. I mean, shit. As long as he can rebound with that, I can see him being on the roster.
That's facts. FYI, so he does everything you want a role guy off the bench to do with Scott. Man, we have to see what he do out there in Memphis. There's a lot going on. Do anybody think
Michael Sweetney? I remember Michael Sweetney. Who? That's his comparison.
Who'd you compare him to?
No, I see somebody say Michael Sweetney and Kenny Lofton Jr. basically trying to compare the two, saying they're the same player. But I remember Michael Sweetney, and if that's what he about to become, I don't know about him having a long career. Because then Michael Sweetney had going to New York at one point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Facts. This was a good game, man. Summer League action, just pick it up. Tomorrow, the Detroit Pistons play tomorrow. They got that whole goddamn team. Like I said, I can see KD. If you like Josh Giddey, I can guarantee Cade Cunningham will do just about 10 times more than what this guy's doing right now. I expect the Pistons to electrify tomorrow. We will be tuned in. Like I said, that Friday, we all know what time it is. The Charlotte Hornets, Flight Sports, you already know what it is. Yo, listen, what y'all think about the Pistons? Y'all got any thoughts on the Pistons?
They could be a fun team to watch lose.
It's going to be a dynamic little squad coming out of there, man. I think they're going to be decent.
Yeah. So, how good is Cade Cunningham?
What's that?
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
I said, how good is Cade Cunningham?
Oh man, come on, man. Sky's the limit for that guy, man. He got a chance to be a real good one.
I mean, he all right.
He all right.
Yeah. Like
played well his rookie year in the NBA. You know,
who won Rookie of the Year? What did he win it?
I don't think he won it. But
who was it? He the dude in Houston.
He played well as a rookie, is what I'm saying.
No, I think he did win a minute.
I'm gonna find out. I was just thinking about that the other day. Who the hell won Rookie of the Year?
I know the dude for Rockets ain't won him.
Barnes.
Oh yeah. From
yeah, Scotty Ball.
All right, yeah, Scotty Barnes.
He deserved it.
Yeah. Everybody was just talking about the two dudes in Houston. He said Lofton is all right, Dave James. They talking about Lofton.
They're Lofton making a name for itself.
Yeah. That's what the Summer League is about. Summer League is about young players making a name for themselves.
Picture him playing power forward.
Yeah, could have been a lot of different things.
Power forward, man, at his size. I mean, he gonna muscle up, probably lose a little that baby fat, bring some muscle in, but he got a chance to do something good. Man.
Right. Shout out Thunder. So this coming season, they should be 9-12 seed. Yeah, we're gonna find out. People high on the Pistons. Their process gonna get accelerated a little bit faster than other teams. And shout out Dave James because he was one of the first people on Cade Cunningham trying to explain to people how good he was. The jury is still out.
Jury,
but he's definitely looking to be a good player. There's just so many high-level point guards in the NBA. It's hard to find out where does he rank. He hasn't really separated himself yet.
So what do you think his ceiling is?
I mean, definitely an all-star, number one option. You know, he obviously the face of the team. I don't know how if he's box office. I think he's good. His ceiling is all-star. He's a good player. I mean, shout out J&J. As of right now, I'm here on Friday on LiAngelo. I haven't heard anything involving the protocol situation. I guess we'll hear about that information tomorrow, God willing. I really don't know the timetable on the situation. Pistons not making the plan. It's definitely going to be a long way to make the plan. It's crazy. But this was a Chet Holmgren, Oklahoma City live stream. Y'all got any more stuff to talk about? I mean, I'm about to shut the live down. I don't know if y'all got any more y'all want to talk about involving this topic.
No, we good.
We good. We might pull up tonight. We'll just scout. Let's see if somebody else do anything. We'll be tuned in. If don't nobody do much on YouTube, I might pull back up tonight before we shut it down. It's Flight Sports TV. Everybody hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. You already know what time it is. Salute to the chat. It's Flight Sports.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports.